New year, new taxes. A happy new year gift from Toronto's new mayor, Olivia Chow, where she has proposed a significant tax hike to Toronto residents. If you're a Toronto homeowner, brace yourself because you may not want to hear this, but it's definitely something you need to be aware of. Morgan Little here. I'm grateful for your presence on this channel. If you find this video informative or enjoyable, please consider punching that like button as we're currently on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So if you come back each week and enjoy the content, subscribing would mean a lot. Now, after the craziest bull market housing has ever seen, followed by the fastest increase in interest rates we've ever seen, and soaring inflation, the news of a property tax increase is not a welcome idea for Toronto homeowners. The cost of living has been on the rise, from gas to groceries, and of course the cost of home ownership as well. Renters, you're not off the hook either, as rental prices have surged over the last few years. Many residents are struggling just to make ends meet. Moreover, when you purchase real estate in Toronto, you already shoulder a double land transfer tax. You'd think that would be enough, but no, our newly appointed NDP mayor thought it fit to pile on to our building costs. But we must consider the other side of the coin, which is historically Toronto's property taxes have actually been lower than they potentially could be, since the property taxes are based on the assessed value of the home, which is often quite a bit less than the market value. I did a whole video on this. You can watch that here. All that being said, Toronto still faces a housing crisis with prices soaring across the board. New housing stock is a necessity. You might wonder why Olivia Chow is implementing these tax increases now. Well, she inherited a city budget with a $1.8 billion deficit last year. And honestly, it shouldn't be that big of a surprise. If you've been watching this channel, I previously did a video about her proposed housing plan and the tax increases when she took office. Watch that here. However, what's surprising is the magnitude of the increase. But let's delve into the city's financial situation a little bit. The decreased sales volume in Toronto in recent years, especially in 2023, resulted in a significant reduction in land transfer tax revenue for the city. Olivia Chow's platform includes plans for more rental housing and protection for renters. While property tax hikes may seem like a burden now, if used wisely, they could expand rental option and potentially lower rental prices. However, this will not happen overnight. It's a long-term goal that might take years to materialize. As for the downtown condo market, which I often discuss on this channel, landlords are likely to pass those increased costs on to renters, at least in the short term. This could potentially make renting more challenging in the next few years. Please note, though, that Ontario is a rent-controlled province, so contrary to some people's beliefs, only landlords of buildings built after November 2018 don't fall under the rent control and therefore can increase the rents as they see fit, as long as they fall within market rents. So that means that anyone who's living in a rental property that was built prior to this time won't directly see this increase passed on to them. So let's take a look at what these increases actually look like. They would amount to roughly an additional $31 per month for the average Toronto home, or just over $370 per year, according to the city. Now, this may not seem like that much, but in a time when everyone is feeling that pinch, this could really hurt some homeowners. Now, let's compare these increases to what's happening in other areas in the GTA. In its approved 2024 budget, York Region included a 2.75% tax levy increase. Peel Region approved a 4.5% increase. In Halton Region, you're looking at 3.4%, and in Durham, you'll see a 2.5% increase. But then you have municipal increases as well. For example, Vaughan, which is in York Region, will see an additional 3% bump, while Mississauga, which is in Peel Region, will see an added 2.34%. So no one is safe, but these numbers are not nearly the potential 10.5% that we're seeing in Toronto. And if that wasn't all enough, Toronto Council Budget Chief Shelley Carroll also cautioned that if the federal government does not come forward with $250 million in funding for refugee claimants in Toronto's shelter system, the city will have no choice but to impose an additional 6% federal impacts levy, raising the total residential tax increase to 16.5%. This is a complex issue, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Do you think this tax increase is justified? Does it align with the city's goals, or do you think it's an unnecessary burden? Let us know, and I appreciate your time as always. If there's anything I can ever do to help, click the link in the description below and go ahead and book a call with me. Till then, stay well and stay hungry.